being live streamed. Perfect. All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Eleni Sommerschield. I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at Wise Agent. Welcome to our webinar series. I have a special guest with us today, Brandon Wise, our CEO and founder. Brandon, welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to be on your webinar today, Eleni.
Well, I don't feel like it's mine. I feel like it's ours. It's our webinar series. I'm just the one that gets on every week.
I'm excited to be your guest.
Thank you. Thanks, Brandon. So if you guys can say, oh, there's some friends of ours, Ed and Nick. Hey, guys.
Hey, Nick.
Charles and Eve. So if you guys can post in the chat where you guys are coming from, what city, state, and your brokerage, that'd be awesome. I'd love seeing where everyone is from. We've got Steve from the Florida Keys. Awesome. And happy holidays to you all. A few things before we begin here today. So the chat is available for you guys to post any questions. And right now, everyone is just chiming in where they're from. So we've got some people from North Carolina and Glendale, Arizona. Ooh, everyone's typing so fast, I can't see. And then we have the chat where you can post any comments there, but we also have the Q&A section on the bottom there that you can post any questions. Our fabulous Sarah Webb, our marketing manager, is on as our moderator. So she'll be typing away and posting any things that we're talking about. She'll be posting blogs and some resources for you all. So there's Sarah saying hello to everyone. What else? This is being recorded. You're going to get a copy of this as soon as we're done. This will be in your inbox. And it will also live forever and ever on our YouTube channel and on Facebook as a Facebook Live. So Brandon, what's the date today? I don't even know. December 29th. So we are right at the end of the year here, and we're talking about everything that not everything, because we did a lot this year. We accomplished a lot this year as a team. And so we're going to be talking about some of the highlights of what we've accomplished this year, what we've provided to you guys. There's Tamara. Hey, Tamara. And so we're going to talk about that, and we're also going to just give you guys a little sneak peek of what's coming up in 2022. So we're excited for that. So we're going to get started because we've got so much to go through, right, Brandon?
We really do. Yeah, a lot of the tech companies you see release a couple things a year. We really are a true technology company and love listening to the problems and innovating the solutions to all your problems. So we definitely turned on a lot of new features and integrations this year that we have to show you. So
yeah,
we
did. So a couple of fun statistics, and I don't think I got a full count of so obviously we're a technology company, so there's some things that we release just internally because there's some tools that we need here internally, and so our dev team kind of works on some of our things here as well. But a lot of things that we do are forward-facing things that you all see, and so I think we were close to 100 releases this year, and yeah, and so we did close to 50 webinars, I'm sorry, a little over 50. I think it was 52 or 53 webinars this year. So a little bit more than one a week. And we've just been, starting in August, we started traveling again. So the first half of the year, we were still here in Arizona, but then started traveling a little bit, and we'll be continuing to travel in 2022. So that'll be fun.
She says a little bit, but it was a lot more than a little. I think every real estate event packed it all into the last couple of months. And so we've been on the road every week the last 2 months, I'd say.
Yeah, it seemed like, it did. I think it was quite a bit, but if you guys have ever seen the webinar series, you know that I love to travel. That's why I always ask, tell me your city and state. Where are you coming from? Because I want to see, am I going to come to your city soon? Las Vegas, Brian, I'm going to be there in February. So awesome. All right. Well, we're going to get started and talk a little bit about what we've accomplished. The first thing that I wanted to talk about, Brandon, because I know you have a few things that some of your favorites and some of the things that you wanted to talk about, but one of the things is just as coming from a technology standpoint, security is always of utmost concern for everyone. And one of the things that we did update this year was we've added our two-factor authentication for you on your password resets, making things a little bit more secure for you. Keeping security in mind. So that's some of the things that we do on the back end. Some of those things that it's like really nothing to show you, but just so you know that there is more security involved, and we continue to improve on that as technology improves as well. So I'm going to start.
Privacy and security are very big to us, and we're always thinking about it.
They are. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go over a few of the highlights. So let me share my screen. Let me know. Can you see?
We got you.
Okay, awesome. So the first thing is, here we go on the goal tracker. So, and just so you guys are aware as well, this is not training because I talk way too fast to do any of the training, but anything that you see, I'm sure Sarah's going to be posting blogs and resources, like I said, for you to learn more about this. You could also contact our support and they'll walk you through doing all of this. So just for time's sake, because we only have an hour, I have all my tabs already kind of prepped and set up. So one of the things that we released this year was a new update on our goal tracker. So you can find that from the homes drop down, go to your goal tracker. And this was a really cool thing. I know a couple of you all had requested this, where you can just drag and drop some of your goals around. And this is just a really cool thing. I mean, especially with 2022 around the corner, the new year, adding your goals and figuring your goals out is a really important thing.
Yeah, this time of year, this is one of the most used features we have. Everyone should be, you all should be setting your goals, and we've just made it very simple with this tool. And now the new update, we had a lot of requests asking, hey, can you set it where we can drag and drop these and change the order of our short-term goals? And so that is one of the new improvements for 2021.
Yeah. So we definitely listen to your suggestions, and that's one thing that, I love hearing. Oh, could you improve this? You guys put a lot of feedback into what we do, and then we take that feedback and we run with it. So keep going with that. So the other thing, this was a big thing for us, was our contact summary page was updated. So you guys all know in your database and your CRM, at the heart of everything that we do here, it's your contact list, right? You having your contact list, and specifically going to your this is your contact record. And so we've updated this. This was something that we did early on in the year. I really, really love the improvement because it just makes it where you could customize what you want to see here. So if you come here and you want to see your important dates and maybe your lead enhancement, you can make this as your default setting. So anytime you go to a contact record, these are the things that you are going to see. And so it makes it really easy for you to come here and say, these are the important things for me. And maybe if those aren't important to you and something else is, you can change that around. And, so not any one account looks like the other, because you can customize this to your liking.
Yeah, for 19 years that we've been doing this, we've had people asking, hey, can we change the order, the look of the contact summary page? I don't want to see the details, or I don't want to see the categories here, different things. And so now I believe we are the only CRM, at least in the industry, where you can completely set a custom design look of how do you want to look at your contact when you go to their contact summary page. What are all the things that you want to see on? Of course, you can see everything, but these are the things that the way that you want to view that page and information that's important to you right at the top. And so that's kind of
I love it. And then, and we've always had the spouse there that's attached. I think we still are the only CRM that has that, where you can have your main contact record and your spouse, which is really important to know who, their significant other is. One of the other, this was a big request, and this custom fields has been a big request for quite some time. And so we finally caved and gave in to you guys, and created your custom fields and have even included that in an API call. So some of our partners are using this as well. So if you're using some of our integrated partners, they're also utilizing this tool, which is really great. You can put in anything here from their favorite drinks and hobbies to their gate codes, whatever it is, you can really just, this is a very flexible thing. And of course, with everything in Wise Agent, it's also searchable, which is really important.
Right. And also on this contact summary page, if you scroll up, I would say one of the most complimented or the most testimonials that we've got this year is from this new feature here at the top, the new artificial intelligence bot, the AI bot. And that has just been awesome for me to hear so many people that have already turned it on and then coming back and telling us their success stories.
Yeah, so the AI bot, I mean, that was one thing. I think Brandon and I were both in San Diego for National Association of Realtors, and we had one of our members come up to us, I think 2 out of the 3 days we were there, and he was like, look at this, the bot I turned the bot on this lead that I got, and it converted it. I've got a scheduled appointment with them. So it really did help him, and that was with Greg, and we're gonna actually be doing a webinar together later on next year. But what's really great about the bot is that you can select what their audience is. So are they a buyer, a seller, a prospective maybe tenant, or maybe for a new loan? And you can set this up and have a conversation. I'm going to show you guys a little bit more about what the conversation looks like a little later on, but it's a really great feature addition for us.
Yeah, if you aren't using that and you're getting leads, definitely give that a shot. And even if you're not currently buying leads, but you have leads in your database, we had a couple of people come up and say, I turned your bot on to leads that I bought 2 years ago, and even converted a couple leads out of their very old leads that they hadn't done anything with. So really is giving some neat success stories out there.
Yeah. And so if you have any of those success stories, we love hearing about those. So post about those in our on our Facebook page or in our community. Send us an email about it. We love hearing those success stories. So share those with us. I know we've also, and I don't know, Brandon, if we're going to talk about all our integrated partners, we have a lot of newly integrated partners. One of them being Productive, and that's a new in a partner that we have that integrates with us, where if you're making a call on your phone and you have their app installed, you could record your conversation, and that will come into your notes, and then you'll be able to see the conversation. It'll transcribe your notes for you and come right into your notes section of Wise Agent, and you'll be able to see that. So that's a really cool feature and update as well with one of our integrated.
Yeah, one of my favorite integrated partners this year, Productive, and that actually works from your mobile phone. So I know that technology has existed before from landlines, but now they have the technology to record and dictate right from your mobile phone once you turn that app on. Did you want to go to the lead rules, or we'll show them where else the AI bot can be found while we're on that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess I didn't open that one up yet. But yes, here's our lead rules. And so this was something, a new update here that where we have a couple of updates on this with your email responses. So we've added the ability for you to have your own content. So you can store your content either in our letters section. We also provide some content for you in our email templates. And what's great about this is that you could use any of your letters in here. You can really just go through and select your content from here and get this on as an email that goes out. So that's a really great way of doing, just like saving some time.
And the idea of these lead rules is just so that as the leads come in, these are all the steps that you're setting up so that automatically happens. The email fires off, the text fires off, but part of the on the texting tab is where we've added the new AI bot.
Yeah. So and that's a new one. So here there's an AI bot. So again, as soon as the lead comes in, you can have it set where it would automatically add that bot to start. So that's a really cool feature that we added there. And then one of the, let me Let me close out some of these tabs. I'm one of those people that opens up a million tabs a day. So one of the next things is on our call list. If you guys aren't using our call list, this is one of my favorite things, because really, if you're in this business, you need to be making phone calls every day, building your relationships. And so a great way of doing that is to build your relationships is by making those phone calls and using our call list to remind you of those things. Then you can come in here and select a whole group of people and then just use the built-in dialer to make those outbound calls. And so, oops.
Someone else connected.
Somebody else connected there. Sorry about that. You gotta love live demos. So anyway, as I was saying is that it's a built-in dialer. So with the click of a button, you can start calling people, and there's an option for multi-line dialers. So you can have multiple people that get called simultaneously. And the first one that answers kind of comes in on your phone. The other two, if they do answer, you can just send them to a voicemail. And then we also have the ability to send a text message from here directly, as well as, going through, and this was updated as well. So you can come in and see your call script. So if there is a script that you have on your drip campaign, you can have your script come in here so you know exactly what it is that you're going to be talking about. So that's a cool little feature.
Yes.
All right.
And the coaches love that call list because it works. So yeah, like Eleni said, if you're not using the call list, definitely give that a shot. It really does help you get your calls all set up and to do everything you should be doing on a call in one step, basically.
Yeah. And so then there's reports. So we added some more reporting and tweaked some of this. So if you just go to the home drop down and go to reports, this is a great way of seeing what's happening in your account. One of my favorite reports is the total monthly email report. That's something that you should be, if you're sending out bulk email from Wise Agent, that's a report that you should be looking at every single, like the day after or a few hours after you sent out an email to see what's happening with those. But then we also have added some of these reports here for any brokers that are using Wise Agent for their brokerage and their teams. That is a big one as well. So.
And going back on that call list to the Wave dialer integration, another kind of new sneak peek coming out, I think this week, is now we're adding on the ability to use multiple dialers. So we've had several people that say, hey, it's working so good for me, I want to have 3 of my assistants dialing 3 people at the same time from one account. And so that's been something we've been working on, and it sounded like that's getting ready to come out.
I think that they're releasing that later on today. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, and what Brandon means by that is because Wise Agent is so team friendly. So let's say I'm Rachel Green, and let's say, Monica and Phoebe want to use the dialer as well. Well, they can log into their account and have a dialing session of their own. So you can have now your whole team be using a dialer all simultaneously. So that's a really powerful thing, especially if you have a large team and lots of people to call. You can really get those calls going really quickly throughout the day.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know, Brandon, you had a couple of things I know that you really love using. I mean, because I think you should tell everyone that you use Wise Agent yourself. I mean, we use it here internally to run our own business, and but I know
that is a big deal for us here, is that everyone at Wise Agent, we all have our own accounts, and they're all connected to each other, and we're all using our accounts ourselves, as well as we have the entire company. We run Wise Agent using Wise Agent. So we're very proud that we're able to do that. But yeah, one of the things that I know a lot of you all are using Gmail to do your business, just like I do. And so we've made some add-ons that you can do with your Gmail that I think this alone will save you so much time this year if you implement this one tool I'm going to show you right now. I can, let me share that screen. All right. So are you looking at my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're looking at Gmail right here. And I'm just going to jump down, and what we've done is we've added the Gmail extension. And so I'm going to open up an email here from Sarah, and it's just a basic email, but at the top of every email, once you turn on this extension, you're going to see this little button here that says add to Wise Agent. And what that does is as soon as you click on it, it's going to pull the whoever sent you that email, it'll pull their information over, and you're able to go in and say, hey, I want to add them to my Wise Agent without leaving your Gmail. And you can go in and fill in all the blanks and add them to the right category, the right source, put some extra details in, and then click on add to Wise Agent. And now you've never left your Gmail, but that contact has now been added to your Wise Agent account. And I know I just get so many emails each day from people that I should be adding into my CRM. This just saves me so much time from having to copy and paste everything and move it over, just being able to work it right from my Gmail. So use that free Gmail extension, Wise Agent extension, and definitely save some time there.
Yeah, and the extension's been around for some time. We just made some tweaks to it. And if Brandon, can you click on it again?
Added on several fields now.
Several fields. And one of them I wanted to say, because this is like holiday season, so it has the address, the city, state, zip code. When you guys have people that are sending you email and their email branding has an address, like fill that in, and then add them to your category. So you can add people to multiple categories here as well. And that will be something that will really save you some time and heartache at the end of the year when you're trying to send out your holiday cards, adding them like, oh, is this somebody that I want to send a Christmas card to, a holiday card out to? Add that as your category. So at the end of the year, you could just print out those labels, no problem, and send those out through, print out your labels through Wise Agent directly. So that's a great feature.
Putting a little extra time when you're adding people into your CRM. If you just put a little extra time and add the website, add the little details, their address, their email, the extra phone numbers if you've got them right then. And I even always go in and add a photo of the person, so I can always put a face with a name. But it just saves you so much time when you're a year from now, when you go back and you're trying to remember who that is or where they work or the information, if you did it right from the start.
Yeah. And then and I just wanted to say there's Vicky, I think, was asking, how do you add the Chrome extension? So Vicky, I think Sarah posted a whole blog on that, but it's just through the Chrome store. So it's just something that you could add to your browser really easily. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything.
And there's a couple of steps, but we have a step-by-step video to walk you through it on that blog as well. So, and that'll all be in the wrap-up email that we send out with this recording as well. So while we're on Gmail, I'll go ahead and show the next new feature. That this was our kind of our Christmas Day present release for our members, and man, we've gotten so much great feedback from this one. And then we're calling this the Wise Agent daily agenda email right now. And so each morning, you'll be able to open your Wise Agent account or your email, and you're going to get an email with everything that's on your calendar for that day, your calendar, your tasks, your calls, how many calls you need to make, even recent contacts. You can see I added 6 new contacts in the last 24 hours. But it's just an easy way to go through and look and see what you have going on from your email each morning in your inbox as soon as you get it. And I think mine shows up at like 5 a.m. each day.
Yeah, so for everyone, it shows up at 5 a.m. Your local time. So if you're on the East Coast, it's 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you're, I know we've got some people out in New Zealand and Singapore. So whatever your local time is at 5 a.m., that's when you'll get this email. And it doesn't matter if you're using Gmail. This just goes out to your email. It just goes into your inbox. Whatever your main account holder, whatever email addresses in your profile, in your account, that's where it will be delivered. In addition, if you have inside team members, so if you have your whole team, like we do on our demo account, we have Monica, Phoebe, Chandler, and Ross, they too will also get an agenda as well. So their daily agenda emailed to them. So your inside team members will also have that, this email delivered to them with whatever is on their calendar and assigned to them and their tasks and everything else. So that's a great feature. Now that was requested a few times, and actually Tamara who's going to be my webinar guest next week. Is it next week or the week after? She had emailed saying, hey, can we get this feature added to Wise Agent? And I'm like, literally it's being released in 2 days. So you guys sometimes even guess what we're working on, which is awesome.
Well, Tamara, I love your new feature. And it even reminds you of special events. You can see right here today at noon, we've got an anniversary we're celebrating. So 10 years ago today, one of the wisest things I did was to bring Eleni onto our team. And so congratulations, happy anniversary, Eleni. It's been 10 years.
Thank you. Yes, it's been a wonderful 10 years. I love it. So thanks, Brandon, for saying that. And that was my anniversary flowers from the team. So
there you go.
Yeah, thank you. And it's also Mike, our CTO's birthday today too. So he always jokes that I was his birthday present, which was 10 years ago, which is funny. But yeah, so those are some of the things that we have that we released, and some of the marketing tools that you guys I think are going to really be enjoying as well. I want to go back to my screen and share that. Yes. So let me get. So one of the things is, we have landing pages that we every account gets one free landing page in their Wise Agent account. What we've done is we've revamped this page to make the templates a little bit more easier to see and figure out what it is that they're doing. So we've added more templates. So we have everything from like client appreciation to open houses, getting to know your clients as well as recruiting. And we're adding more templates in the new year as well. So
and the way these templates get here is that we have requests coming in each day. Someone says, hey, I saw a landing page out that I want to use. Here's an example. Can you help me make it? And we'll just create a template that then you'll be able to go and just edit, make some simple edits to. So that kind of saves you a lot of time instead of making the whole landing page from scratch. Let our team make those for you. So if you have some ideas or anything that you want to use, don't hesitate to reach out to us and just let us know. We can usually whip these out pretty quick, and then you'll be able to implement it and, of course, make any changes that you want.
Yeah, I think Ed was the one that had requested, our newsletter opt-in. So this is a great way of getting, we write a monthly newsletter for you all to be sending out to your database. And so now you can have an opt-in. You can post this either on your Facebook page, or you can send it out as a text message for people to opt in. And it's a great way to get their contact information. So, or update any information that you may be wanting from them. So that is one of the new features. And then of course, once you create your landing pages, then it's an easy way you can just activate. Once you activate a page, now you can, with a click of a button, it's a little bit more clear on where you're sharing it. So you can share it, you can get a short URL, and then of course your regular URL as well. But then we've added the ability to buy a domain and have a custom domain for your landing page, which is a great way for marketing. So you have a domain now. And so maybe if you're doing client appreciation parties, and maybe you want to have your brokerage name appreciation party or brokerage name party, you can buy that domain, you can search for it here really easily and purchase that and then attach it to your landing page. So it would be a custom URL for you.
And you don't have to do that to use landing pages. It'll automatically assign a URL and a short URL for your landing pages. But we just had so many people requesting that can we make it easy for me to actually go buy a unique URL for this landing page that I'm using for whatever. And so now that's done and makes it easy for you to buy the URL that you want to connect that landing page to from here.
And I think, and one of the things too, I mean, the way I see landing pages is, is especially if you're a solo agent, maybe you don't have web presence right now, a landing page is a great way to, have that web presence. And buying a domain, you can, they're really inexpensive way of creating something that's unique to yourself, having your branding out there, and create a landing page, because really the purpose of a landing page is to capture someone's contact information. So you're exchanging great information for your own, in exchange for their contact information. And it's a great way of putting, some information about yourself. So we're going to be adding some more templates here for you guys to be even creating just a landing page about yourself, where they can, have an easy way of finding out more about who you are as a realtor and what value you bring.
I saw a lot of questions coming in about the landing pages and how to use them to build your business, and that's exactly what the landing pages are for, is to use them in all different ways to capture new leads and pull those into your CRM to start converting those leads into clients. But we have a really well-written blog and videos that go all into detail on how to use these landing pages. And of course, we've got support standing by to help you. So we will include a link to the how-to and the best case or best use scenarios for landing pages when we send out the wrap-up email that will include this recording.
Yeah, and Sarah posted it in the chat as well. But what I wanted to do is just show you like a multi-property page. And one of the questions was, so how would this help you grow your business? So if you have quite a few listings, let's say, you can put all of your listings in here, and then those can be linked, each individual listing. So 1234 Main Street, where it says see more details, this could then be linked to another landing page that just talks about this property versus talking about this property. And then what you'd be able to do is have the ability to share this on social media, share this on Facebook, share it on Twitter or Instagram on your, well, you can't really share it on Instagram unless you use the tree. What is it called? I forget what it's called. But you can share it on social, you can put it in an email. And then what really, it's kind of like especially if sharing it on Facebook, it's a precursor to creating digital ads. And so it's a great way where you can, get your own leads coming in organically, if you've not already tried digital ads and digital marketing. So where it would be like paid ads. And it's also, if you are using paid ads like Google ads or even Facebook ads that you need to have a landing page on, this is a great way where we give you one free landing page, and you can create multiple landing pages to get to those ads. So to drive traffic there. Linktree, that was it.
Regina.
I'm like, what is that word? I never remember that word for some reason. All right, well, speaking of digital ads, Brandon, is it okay if I give them a sneak peek on what's coming in 2022, or should I wait for the end?
Let's do it. And we don't usually, we've learned our lesson over the years about kind of showing you guys or talking about things that are coming out, because a lot of times they don't come as fast as we think they're supposed to be out. But yeah, let's show them. This is because it's such a okay.
So you obviously have landing pages, and I mentioned, marketing, using digital marketing and digital ads. What we've added is the ability to create a digital ad for Facebook or Google directly through Wise Agent. So you can come in here and we have templates. Again, it's all templated based. So we've put a lot of time and effort and thought into these, where you'd be able to create a digital ad directly from here. And then not just create the ad, but then once, if it's a lead that you're, if you're getting like buyer leads or seller leads, then it's also integrated within Wise Agent. So then you can come back and create the rule for that ad that you're running to automatically respond to them and text them and turn on the bot or whatnot. So with a few clicks, we figured out all of the steps for you, so you don't have to learn Facebook marketing, because that can be a total nightmare. They change things up so quickly. So we're taking that on for you guys and giving you the ability to create digital ads from here really quickly and easily.
So it's we've got a lot of people that are running their own Facebook ads or the Google ads, but then we also have a lot of people that realize, hey, this is very time consuming, and going through all the steps to make a Facebook ad, it can be overwhelming to a lot of people. So we've kind of taken it, simplified it all down, where this will just be a managed solution for you, so you can just do the bare basics, and then we'll get that Facebook ad or Google ad up and running and get some leads coming in for you. So a new lead gen tool coming in Wise Agent here.
Yeah.
But by the end of the week, or is that looking at next week?
Well, so that's going to be coming out in 2022. So we are
Okay.
releasing it in beta early next year and next week. So that and then we'll release it just a little bit after that. And so with it, you know, with these leads, what you can be doing with these ads, what we're giving you the ability to do is actually target the current audience that you may have. So you can take your list within Wise Agent accounts. So you can take your 700, whatever, you know, in this account, there's 682 contacts in here. I can take this list and populate that into my audience, and then also create a lookalike audience from there. So that's a really, because creating creating your audience, that can be a nightmare within Facebook. They really make it cumbersome if you're doing it directly from their app. But doing it through Wise Agent, we've made it really, really easy for you to select who you want. So you can take all your buyers and say, I want to create a lookalike, which would be take those people and match their attributes, find them on Facebook and match the attributes of people like them on Facebook, where you can target them as for your ads. So that's a new feature coming in 2022. But something that we created and revamped, actually recreated in 2021, and I think this was early on in the year, was creating property flyers. And all of this stuff that I'm talking about now can be found under the marketing drop down here. So you can see the property flyers right here. So we've made it really simple and easy for you to create property flyers. We have, I don't know how many templates, I think like almost 30 templates that you can choose from to create property flyers. And it takes like less than a minute to create these property flyers. So really just quick and easy and new flyer templates for you guys.
Just giving you one more piece where you don't have to go leave the platform that you're using for everything else and find another tool, and that you can make your flyers right in here. So kind of the idea here is that now you've used our landing pages, or you've used the Facebook or Google ads, you've created a lead, and then now we've converted that lead into a listing, hopefully, and then so now you're making your flyers. And then probably the next thing we're going to want to do after we have a listing is send out some just listed cards. So that's another new big update for us.
Another update, yeah. So we integrated with Express Docs, who's a really well-known and really well-used postcard that serves our real estate industry. And so we've partnered with them. You can come in here and you can order postcards directly from here with a couple of clicks. You could design your own. This is a big feature that a lot of you were asking, is you can design your own postcards. So that's something where if you have an image that you want to have uploaded here, you can do that. So that was a big thing for this year as well. So a lot of marketing features that were added on, because that's a big part of what you're doing day to day, is your marketing things. So you're marketing your new listings, you're marketing yourself. You want to make sure, we want to give you all the tools that you need in order to get your brand and yourself out there. And so the way you would get to that, Taylor, I think, just from the marketing drop down, you would just click on postcards here, and that would open up your postcard portal here.
Yeah.
So that's how that would work. All right, I'm going to start closing out some of these tabs here.
Yeah. All
right.
right. And so then checklist. And so yeah, once you've got a transaction set up, this is a huge piece of of using a CRM platform is now having the whole transaction in one place. And so we've got these transaction checklist pages that was one of the very first features of Wise Agent, because it was such a needed tool where you can organize every transaction you're using. You have a page for all the details of each transaction.
Yeah, so, and this is something where, you can see your, what percentage of the tasks that you've completed. As soon as I check things off, it will update the date here, but it'll also match up with how much the percentage that I've completed. And then one of the really cool things is we're really proud of all of our integrated partners, but we've integrated with a couple of new companies this year. So one of them being Form Simplicity. So we are partnered with the Florida Association of Realtors. And so Form Simplicity is one of the big forms companies that they use there. And so we've integrated with them. So if you are in Florida, this is one of the features that you can use. If you're using zip forms, we've also updated this where you are now able to see your files within a transaction. So you can come in here and manage that. You can go directly into the transaction. And if you have files attached there, you can download those files directly into Wise Agent. So I'm going to do that from over here though. And then we also have integrated, we've been integrated with .loop and DocuSign, and then a newer one as well as SkySlope. So you can start a transaction, write a listing or write an offer using your SkySlope account. And even if you don't have a SkySlope account, you can send out your documents for signature using this feature as well.
Yeah, so it's for us, we looked at it like our members are using all these different transaction platforms. So instead of playing favorites for us, we said, hey, let's just integrate and partner with all of them that our members are using, so that whichever system you're using, you've got it as part of your CRM. And then if your broker decides to switch from one platform to another, your CRM will still work fine, and you don't have to move CRMs. And I know that's been an issue for other people. So having all the other transaction companies in the industry as partners here should help you out a lot.
Yeah, and so this is what I was talking about with Zip Forms Plus. If you have any of your, addendums or any of your agreements, you can, attach these to your contact record or your checklist straight from here without leaving the site at all. And so another kind of sneak peek, I think that's going to be happening later on today, maybe tomorrow. I heard it was going to happen later on today, but we are also integrating. So we're integrated currently with Zip Forms Plus, as well as SkySlope, .loop, DocuSign, Form Simplicity, and then later on today we'll also be integrated with Brokerman. So we've got all of those happening. That's 6 transaction, portals right from your CRM directly. And I see a couple of people saying, how about transaction desk? So I'll make a note of that and keep you guys updated on that.
Yes, yeah, we got a few people asking for that, so yeah. That's on our list now, guys.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we love. We love working off of requests. So anytime you have any kind of feature or integration you think should be added on, we love to hear about it. And that's really everything you're seeing today comes from those suggestions and ideas. So we appreciate having such wise members.
Yeah, and so what is happening? Here we go. Okay, and so a couple of more things that we've added is the ability to share leads. This has been one of the features that we've had for quite some time now, is having the ability to connect other other agents or other realtors to your account as outside team members. So they would only have access to whatever you want to give them access to. So you can share your checklist templates, you can share leads, you can share calendar invites, you could even share marketing programs with them. So maybe, I'm here in Arizona and somebody else in maybe Chicago, where I'm friends with and I work well with, I want to share, because they're not in the same market as me, I want to share marketing ideas with them. I can share a whole drip campaign with them that I've written, and they can share something with me as well. And so we revamped what that page looks like, and then also gave you all the ability to track if you are sharing leads out. You can see when it was sent, the status of it, and who was accepting of that lead as well. So it's just a few more little updates here and there that we've worked on throughout the years. So that was something that again, this is a tool that we've had for quite some time, but it's one that we just find we use quite often here in the office internally. And so we thought that we would revamp this for you all as well.
And we integrate with most of the lead generation sites out there, the other technology. And now if you're buying a lot of leads and you have an outside team, you have the ability to distribute those leads to the outside team automatically through the API. So there's another new update for us.
Yeah. And then, so one of my favorite features, because I do love, I think you all know probably that we have a texting feature, and I use the bulk texting quite frequently throughout the day. And so one of my favorite updates was that we gave everyone the ability to not just, obviously, because when you send out the text from Wise Agent, you receive it on your mobile device. We made it a lot easier for you to respond back to those people that are replying to your emails, because those aren't like group emails, those dreaded group emails. So I'm going to share my mobile here, if I can get this to work. I think you all can see. Maybe not.
It worked yesterday.
There we go.
There it is.
Okay. There we go. So this is Wise Agent on mobile. And so you have the ability to look at your contacts, your call list, and all this great stuff. And then we have the ability to send out your text messages from here. So when you receive a text, you'll have a link to take you directly to this area here, the mobile app, and then you can reply back. So I can reply back to, I'll show you guys, and then I'll show you what it looks like when a bot goes out. This is someone that started the bot. This is J-Man, one of my friends. And so the bot reached out to him saying, hey, nice to meet you. My name is Mia. I'd be happy to help you with the selling process. What's the address that you're looking to sell? And then he replied with that address. And then the bot is in dark blue here. And so the bot is going out, having this conversation with the lead, and having that, qualifying them to then, convert them to get an appointment, have a meeting. So, and what's really great is then you can follow along on the text. And as soon as the client is ready to, to make the appointment, then the bot, Mia, would reach out to me as the agent saying, all right, Jeremiah is ready to, set up a scheduled meeting, go ahead and reach out to them. So this is something that, this is how the bot would work. And you can see that it's a bot versus not being a bot with that little green face there. And so when it's not a bot, I'll show you Audrey Hepburn here. Where'd she go? Here she is. So when it's not a bot, you would just see the agent's name, you would see their image, and then Audrey's image as well. All right.
And so it makes it easy for you as the bot's having the conversation. You can see what they're talking about. And if you want to turn the bot off and take over the conversation at any time, you can do that. And if the bot thinks you need to take over the conversation, it'll alert you and say, hey, it's time to call this guy. So there's questions about how to get the app, and this is a native app, so you're not going to find it on the App Store.
Right. So the way that I always recommend doing it is you just go to wiseagent.com on your browser. If you're on your iPhone, I recommend opening it up on Safari. So then you can, with this little button here, you can just go ahead and add it to your home screen. And then you can click on the add button here, and then that will just add it to your home screen. And so that will just be that icon that will live on your phone. If you have an Android phone, it's similar. In similar fashion. It's I just think that it's done on Chrome. So if you have an iPhone, so that's how
I
that's.
just always, you kind of have to go in and just edit the name of the icon so that it just says Wise Agent instead of the whole URL, so that it looks right on your phone. But once you save it on your phone, it'll act and look just like every other app that you're used to. You just don't get it from the App Store. Instead, you're downloading it just online right from your URL.
Yep. So there you go.
Right.
That was so that was that. There was a question about you know, how do you send out bulk text messages through Wise Agent? That's a great question, and I'll just share that because we have like a minute, and I can because I do love this feature, and I think it's something that everyone should be utilizing because it's just so easy to do. You just simply select the people that you want to send a text message to, and then from the actions drop down, click on send a text, and it'll tell you if you have enough credits and how many people will be receiving that text. And then it'll open up this little dialog box here for you to type out your message. And so you can type it out, put in your placeholders, type out your whole message. And this is the part that I love because really, I mean, a text is powerful and the open rate is, you know, 98% open rate and a 95.9% open rate within the first 3 minutes of receiving a text. So, I mean, very powerful platform and system to be using. But right here, this is where it really gets really cool because you could upload an image or a video directly from your mobile device or from your computer if you're using desktop. But you can also share images that you've stored in your image gallery within Wise Agent, or even any videos that you have on BombBomb that you have saved. So you can include that. And then I always tell everyone, I think on every webinar that I do, is make sure that you send yourself a test text so you can see what it looks like. That's something that is really important to make sure that you've got the right messaging. There's no spelling errors. You sent the right picture. That would be horrible if you sent the wrong picture. You want to make sure of all of that. And this does not cost you anything to send yourself a text. So make sure you do that. And I think Greg was asking, can we send emojis through here? And you can, absolutely. So you can go ahead and take full advantage of that as well. So, and then once you send out your first set of 250, you can copy and paste this message and then go to your second page and send it to the rest of your database. So it's a really great feature. Oh,
and a warning on that, you may not want to send, if you haven't done this before, you may not want to send 250 out all at one time to get started. Start off with a smaller number, because when you send out that many texts, they're all getting them and they think it's a personal text just from you to them. And so when they start replying, they do expect pretty much immediate replies back. They're not, so if you have, 150 people reply to your 200 emails, you're gonna be busy sitting there doing replies. So you may want to start off with a smaller number to kind of see how long it takes you to have all those conversations that you're starting.
Yeah, that's a great warning. And I think that's a great warning for anything. I mean, even for your emails, if you're going to be sending out, 2,500 emails a day, make sure that you have the capability of replying to them, because if you can't respond to them, that would really, that doesn't look good on you. So you want to make sure that you have the ability and the capacity to reply to all your emails, in a timely fashion, but most especially your text messages. If you're going to be sending out 250, expect about 20% to reply back to you. So that would, make sure that you have that time to do that. All right. So looking into the future, we showed off a couple of things, the procurement that's coming out and our digital ads that are coming out. And then we're also going to be, just like I talked about throughout the webinar today, just revamping some of the pages that we already have in existence. 2022 is our 20th year. So, and it's really exciting that we're going to be celebrating that. So you guys are going to be seeing some cool things happening as we prepare our celebration for our 20 years of Wise Agent and the inception that Brandon started so long ago. So yeah, so we're going to be making some of those updates as well. One of our biggest things that you guys probably have heard about is our pricing is going up on January 1st. However, if you are already a subscribing member, you do not have to worry about your fees going up. You're grandfathered into this pricing. So the current pricing is $29 a month and $8 for texting. And so that's something that if you're not a member, you want to get in on that right now, because on January 1st, it will go up to $32.
Only $3, right?
I know it is only $3, but I always want to give everyone fair warning. It is going up to $32. Texting is going to stay the same at $8 a month, and you still get a discount if you pay for the whole year. So, so all of that will be happening on January 1st. We got a lot of things to celebrate for the new year, Brandon.
We really do. We really do. We've been through a lot over 20 years. A lot of learned a lot. We've had a lot of challenges, but one of the things about us, and especially once Eleni came on, is every challenge that comes up, we look at it as an opportunity, and we actually always seem to come out on top after the initial hit, So yeah. And this year was full of challenges, and here we are, ended up with a great year. So yeah.
It has been a great year, and it's because of everyone on this webinar and all of our members, our staff here. We couldn't do anything without you all. I mean, this is and we love what we do. We love the industry that we serve, the people that we serve. It's a great, everything is just so fabulous. And I think that's what makes it so easy for me to travel too. I mean, I do love to travel just on its own. I do love that, but I love traveling and meeting everyone and hearing what your feedback is. So make sure that you keep up to date with our travel as well. So if we're coming to your city, come out and visit us and stop by our booth, get some swag, and get to meet us. Yes. As well. And I think that's something that Sarah will post. It's just wiseagent.com/events as well. So we're going to be traveling quite a bit. I know I'll be in Chicago in January, and then in New York, piggybacking right on that trip, and then off to Vegas. So I'll be all over the place. And so will Brandon, a little bit more than last year.
We love getting out and meeting our members and our future members. So yeah. If you see us out, make sure you come up and say hi. Yeah, absolutely. Well, Brandon, I don't know if there is anything else that you wanted to add. I know that we went through a lot of stuff. I know there's a lot of new features, and we're going to be recapping all of this and all of the features that we've updated, because there's a lot more that we didn't talk about because of time. So there's going to be an email going out to you all, just kind of recapping all of the features of Wise Agent with links to everything, so you can learn more about it. And just anytime that you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Go to our help section or call us. We post our phone number, our email address. Send us an email at help@wiseagent.com for any training. If there's something here that you saw, like the goal tracker, I know that's a big one coming up. If you haven't started setting your goals, that's one to start working on. Call us and talk to our support staff. They're happy to walk you through how to use the system, best practices, and everything that we do. So make sure you guys are reaching out to us. I know that I'm going to be back on the webinar. I got to look at my calendar because I think it's on January 6th. I'm going to be back on the webinar on January 6th with Tamara and Zusa, one of my friends and one of our members. There she is, Tamara. I'm excited that she's coming back onto the webinar, and we're going to be talking about goals and how to be setting those up. And she's got some great tips for everyone that she'll be sharing.
for you as well. So
And Eleni doesn't have many guests on more than once. We've got a big lineup, but that one is one that you don't want to miss, because this is actually the second time she's been on, and she just is full of wisdom and knowledge. So you're going to want to make sure you're on that next webinar if you can.
she says, no pressure, no pressure. Tamara, you're gonna be fabulous. I know you are.
She's amazing.
Yes, she is. And if if one of you is out there and you're like, gosh, I have some stuff that I want to share, reach out. Feel free to reach out to us and let us know. You can reach out to me directly to my email. It's just eleni@wiseagent.com. And I'm happy to have a conversation with you. And doing these webinars and just doing anything in video is really powerful. So I hope you guys do that in your own business, doing some videos and webinars, and really relaying all of the knowledge that you have to your clients and your database is something that you should be doing.
Thank you all for all the nice compliments that have been coming in this whole time. We really do appreciate each one of you. And let's have an amazing 2022.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you all. Thanks, Brandon, for being on. I appreciate your time today too. I appreciate everything you've done for me and for all of us here at Wise Agent and all of our members over the last 20 years, and for me personally over the last 10 years. So thank you so much.
It's been great fun, and I couldn't see myself doing anything else. I love it and love being here and with this great team. So
yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, we'll see you in 2022. Have a great New Year's Eve.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Happy New Year. Bye.
Bye.